Assalamu alaikum. Straight from Chicago, from the original bean pie, shooting to you from California. That's right, we in Oakland. And today, we're going to visit our good brother Bilal at No Cookie Cookie. What do you do at No Cookie Cookie? He bakes cookies with no sugar, no wheat, no eggs, none of that dairy products that got your kids bouncing off the walls, got you doing this obesity thing. These are healthy, good cookies, and you know you wouldn't be rolling with your boy at a place where the cookies are no good. That's right, I tried them and I love them. That's right, and you know the energy I have, so therefore we're gonna roll inside with Brother Bilal and get some of these cookies. Assalamu alaikum everybody. We're inside of No Cookie Cookie. Well, good brother Bilal here. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for opening your doors to us and have us come into your prestigious bakery here. So, let us know, you see that you have these cookies that are like no other cookie. Tell us about that.
Well, the cookie that we bake is a vegan cookie. Vegan means no animal product. So what we basically did, we took the eggs out of the cookie, we took the dairy out of the cookies, we took refined sugar, because white sugar it comes from the sugar cane, but it's nice and brown, it got molasses in it, but they take everything out of it. And by the time they finish stripping it, bleaching it, it comes with a white sugar, and it's not a good food for you to eat. So we eliminated that out of our cookies. So the cookie, we used to do all that. 15 years ago, we was baking cookies, butter, brown sugar, white sugar, all of that. And we decided to do something different. We wanted to, instead of following behind everyone else, we wanted to be the trailblazers. So they had this thing called vegan cookies. Most people didn't even know about vegan. We studied it, I learned about it, and we created a cookie. It took 2 years for us to create these cookies and brownies. And once we brought these cookies out, the next thing you know, we had sent them all over the United States.
Oh, alhamdulillah, you know, and what we do here at Podcast, we love to hear about the family-oriented things that are going on. Now, how old is this business, or how long have you guys been doing this thing?
Well, we've been doing it for 30 years now. I'm raising 7 children. My oldest daughter is 29, and my youngest is 4 months. And we're all my children have been raised in the bakery. I have 2 of them in college. One of them is graduated already, and they're all back trying to help us to make the business grow right now.
Now, is this one of your lovely children's drawings you have here?
Yeah, this is Suleiman. Suleiman is my 6-year-old. Suleiman, you know, the children nowadays, they're real heavy. They're real sure of themselves. They don't have a lot of the handicaps that we had when we were young. So that's one of my son's pictures there.
Alhamdulillah. So as we rolled up, we seen you giving your goodbyes to the grands, the children's, and everybody's going off, and we see that you have that orientation to bring everybody together, and as they come back in to the business and helping you grow, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel real good about it because, you know, sometimes men say we need to make a sacrifice. We have to sacrifice our wives, our family, our children, everything, so that we can make this money, so we can get wealthy, so we can get rich. A lot of men think like that. And their children, when their children get grown, they say, Daddy, you never saw a football game, you never came to a baseball game, you never saw me do a dance performance, you didn't do nothing but make this money. Sure, I had everything I need. I did mine different. I didn't make the money. I made enough money to take care of my family. But I saw all my son, I saw all his football games. I go see my son in martial arts class. I help them with their homework every 2 or 3 times a week. I'm there helping my children with their homework. So I'm totally involved with the family. To me, that's more important. Everything has its share. You know, you worship Allah. You put that first. But then you have your family. You put so much into your family. Then you put so much into your work. But you can't just go gung-ho into one thing. You know, and that's what it is, being balanced. So that's what we have done over the last 30 years is we had a balanced situation. And sure, we could have grew a lot more. We could have made a lot more money if I had done it different. But it's about the quality of life. And I wanted a good quality life. I wanted my children to know me. I wanted to be able to do the things in the community, like working on the Eids and working with the young people, the youth programs and stuff like that. To me, that's very important to mix all that in with a business. The business to me was just a way of not having to go and punch the clock. So I didn't have to go work for someone, so I can be my own boss, so I can chart my own destiny. But now that I got these children that are growing up and that's grown, now we can take this business, the second generation. I'm first generation. My father was a orderly in a hospital. So now this is the second generation, my children. And they're getting college education, which I didn't get. And now they're ready to take it to a whole different kind of level. My 17-year-old son, he's finishing his first year of college, and he wants to be into business. He wants to do international business. So they'll take this business, I'm sure, inshallah, and they'll take it and do the things that I thought about doing, but considering I didn't have the resources or the support that I wasn't able to do at that time. But it's never too late.
Yeah, and due to that sacrifice that you instituted family and business, noticed that you stated to us that you had a almost closing down experience with the car crashing into the side of the building. You know, tell us a little about that there.
Yeah, well, you know, I was just telling someone today, I said, you know, if you go into the black neighborhood, there's, you know, the inner city, there's a lot of crime. People race up and down the street, they kill each other around here, there's a lot of crackheads, there's a lot of stuff going on in this area. I could move this bakery to somewhere else, but I'm right here in the black community. I'm right here. But you think about it, if you go into a health food store, there's very few black entrepreneurs that distribute stuff to health food stores. It's dominated by other people than us. But even more than that, if you took all the products and follow them to where they bake at, none of them are baking in the inner city. None of them are producing their products in the inner city. So we are in the inner city, in the roughest area, and we feel like we're producing a rose in a bunch of thorns. In the roughest area, we're producing something that people all over the country is saying that this is high quality, that this is good, that this is something that brings life, sustains life. That's what we have done right here. And so, yeah, we're going to have the problems. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, you're in here working and you hear a crash. Somebody been speeding at 100 miles an hour down the street and tear up the building. That goes on around here. But we're also committed to our community. We want to hire the people in our community. We want to feed the people in our community. When they knock at our door, we want to give them some cookies. We want to help them with a little money. We want to be a part of the community. We want to bring out our popcorn machine, our cotton candy machine, and give it away stuff. And we cook chili, and we do dawa in the community in East Oakland, so that we try in our own little way. We have to be as patient, you know, as Noah was, to try to bring our people to a better way of living, to a better life. So it's all part of your whole makeup of life. It's not just about making money. It's not about making money. Because I understand for sure that this life here is just, it's nothing to me. When I look at this life, sure, I know how to make money. I know how to create products. But I'm planning for the next life. The next life is what I'm concerned about. When I wake up in the morning, I don't wake up in the morning figuring out how much money I'm going to make. I wake up in the morning trying to see what good can I do. Can I help the little man on the street? Can I help my sister? Can I help my brother? Can I do something? Because the only thing I'm taking with me when I leave here is my good deeds.
And on that note, we're going to go to commercial, and guess what? We're going to the cookie factory. Sound like, see you when we get back.
Welcome back. I have Yasmina Muhammad with me. She traveled with us from New York City, which was a 9-hour drive.
Yeah.
Most people would think, why would you travel 9 hours just to come to this retreat. Why did you want to come with this retreat?
Well, I felt like it was something really positive and something that I needed to do for me, and I see where I was making mistakes in my life, and I just want to better myself as a person as well as a Muslim woman.
I'm just going to I'm going to go there with you.
Okay.
What are some of the things that you're struggling with, and where and how do you want to better yourself?
Okay, I'm having a little struggling with certain clothing I'm supposed to wear, as far as wearing my hijab and things like that. As you can see, I'm wearing a hat, and I probably wouldn't even be wearing that, but you know, I'm getting there, so I'm taking it step by step, and I see other people having the same issue, and I'm just trying to see what they're doing, and maybe I can try it and it'll work for me.
Now, struggling with the hijab, I know coming in here, you had to have jitters and nervousness about what people may think or say. With that, how have you been like put at ease from being here with you not covering your hair?
Okay, well, I see there's a few other sisters in here who's not wearing one either, and nobody here is really judging. They're just basically trying to understand why it's such a challenge for you, and it's not really judging, and they want to help me, and I feel like they're helping me instead of just saying you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So it's like working together, and it doesn't make you feel bad about it. It's just saying we can work it out, and that's.
So coming from New York, I know you see all kind of struggles within the city. How do you feel what this organization is doing, Man and Youth? How do you see us helping our brothers and sisters?
I think it helps a lot because it gives you a space where you can feel comfortable, and it also people understand the different struggles. It's not like it's easy. It's very tough to be a Muslim, especially with all the different. It's a new day and age, so everybody has different trials and different tribulations and things like that. And I feel like this organization helps everybody, and it recognizes what's going on today, not what went on like 10 years ago or whatever. So it's good.
So what would you say to any young sisters who are watching, who are going through the same struggle as you? What advice would you give them, and what would you say about our organization to them?
I would tell them, just don't try to be somebody else, try to do you. Basically do what fits you, take a step at a time, be easy about it. Don't try to be somebody else, because it's not going to work if you're trying to do something that's not right for you. And I would say definitely reach out and try and get some help. If you want to better yourself as a person, then reach out. Don't do it because someone's making you do it, because it won't work that way. You got to do it when you're ready and do it on your own time.
There you have it. We have Yasmina Muhammad being honest, and we appreciate you, and we'll be back. Okay.
We're back from commercial. Thanks for coming back. Brother Bilal, show a story, boy. Take us away.
Yes. Well, this here is our bakery. It's a little small bakery. One thing that we really wanted to do when I started my business was, since I'm so involved with other things, that I wanted to keep things simple. And that's what we did. We came out with 8 products. We kept things simple. We bake a lot of one kind of product. And on the weekends, I can take my children. And the product that I'm talking about is this here is the No Cookie Cookie. And this No Cookie Cookie has no dairy, no eggs, no refined sugar, no wheat, no trans fats. Everyone now is talking about trans fats, even in New York. They say in the restaurants you can't have stuff with the trans fats. We stopped it 7 years ago, way ahead of everyone else. Our people would email us and tell us we don't want something. You got white flour in your cookies? We say no problem, we'll put barley flour. Then they say, well, why don't you do organic? So we switched to organic barley flour. So we have been steadily improving our cookies. And we have different kinds of cookies. We have chocolate chip cookies, we have oatmeal raisin cookies. We sell our cookies in 2 sizes. We have a 4-ounce cookie, and we have an 8-ounce cookie. We sell our cookies just like that. So the flavors that we have are ginger spice. We have our ginger spice cookies in 4 and 8 ounces. We have lemon poppy seed, peanut butter, and island coconut. These are the cookies that I come up with. I come up with these recipes. I love to experiment. I get in the kitchen and I put all the mix, try different things, and I just and I'll tell you something though. When I make cookies or I make brownies, when I first start, none of my children come around me. The reason they don't come around me because they know I got to make it about 10 or 15 times before it's edible. Nobody wants my first sample. When I first make the coconut cookie, oh, when I made the brownie, it would just, when it gets done, it would just melt. I'm not real good at doing it the first try. I have to do it over and over and over. This is our chocolate chip. Even the chocolate chip. The chocolate chip, you know, the reason chocolate chip is #1 selling cookie in the world is because of the candy that's in it. But even the chips here, they have no dairy. Most chocolate, you use unsweetened chocolate and you mix white sugar with it and you put butter fat with it. That makes the chocolate taste good. With this one here, they use malted barley and they use cocoa butter. And so that means even when you eat our chocolate chip cookie, it's still a natural chocolate that you eat. Right, so we have to buy that. And everything that we buy, all our ingredients cost twice as much as regular ingredients. They all cost twice as much. You know, so and that's what we do. And then we have our oatmeal raisin. We just baked a big rack full. We haven't even labeled them yet. This is what we baked yesterday. This is our oatmeal raisin cookie here. And if you can pan it onto our oven there. Our oven is, when we bake our cookies, we put all our cookies on this rack here. This rack will hold 600 cookies. And with this rack, you can put all the cookies on here, open that oven door up, and slide the whole rack in there. It lifts the rack up, spins it around, cooks it for 12 minutes, and we take the whole rack of cookies out. So that's how we get the speed. We use our machine here, and we fill it up with dough. It drops the cookies out. It drops them out on the trays, and then we put them on the rack. We put them in the oven, and then we have a machine over there that wraps them up, and then we put the labels on.
Man, I love the dough.
Yes.
More than you know. That's what I'm talking about. See, here we go at a factory where it's family, it's wholesome, nutritious, but yet still delicious. I done had me a peanut butter cookie already. Well, I'll tell you, if I don't get out of here soon, you ain't gonna have no cookies left. So therefore, straight from Oakland, California, with Brother Bilal, here at No Cookie, where yes, you can have some cookie and have a delicious cookie for your children, but they won't be bouncing off the walls, and you can still be good. Rollin with RASHEED, some way. One more thing, before we head out, let the people know where they can get these lovely cookies and crafts.
Okay, you can find our cookies at a lot of different health food stores. We're mostly located in the West Coast, but we do have health food stores that carry it in Atlanta, New York. But if you can't find it in your health food store, you can go to nocookie.com. That's nocookie.com. If you want to contact us, you can contact us at our 800 number, which is 800-830-5373. And we're located in Oakland, California.
Home of the Raiders.
Yes.
So, raid that website, raid that telephone number. You want some? No cookie